Well, thank you all again for tuning in tonight to our weekly Zoom meetup. I'm excited because tonight we have some great individuals who will be sharing some information with us. Uh, Before we get started, I definitely want to give just a general lineup of what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to bring Miss Ray Perry on first. Miss Ray is going to hold on. Someone just sent me a reminder. Don't forget to do the recording. So let me go ahead and press record. uh, what do you find? Okay, there it goes right there. All right, record to the cloud. Okay, yay. So we're starting the recording. So yes, before we get started, what I want to do is just introduce everyone out tonight and thank everyone for joining us. This is our weekly team training. It is held every Wednesday at 8:30 Central Standard Time. I'm excited because we actually have some great guests who are going to be just sharing some information with us tonight that is very valuable for our business and to help us understand what we really have access to. And especially with owning a home-based travel business, there are a lot of tax benefits that only tax professionals should be able to give this information. And in this particular scenario tonight, we're going to bring up Ms. Candy Martin. She's going to speak with us tonight on behalf of the tax advantages and all of the different tax benefits that our businesses qualifies us for. But before I bring her up, I actually want to bring up Miss Ray Perry, one-star director out of Alabama. I mean, the neck of the woods of, is it Alabama or Tennessee?
I
Neck of
live
the
in
woods of Tennessee? Oh,
Alabama and Tennessee.
see, I got confused for a second, but definitely thank you so much for sharing your screen. And if you can, she's going to make a team announcement. And before we bring on Miss Candy, I wanted to bring Miss Ray up so that she can share with us some team information in regards to our upcoming trip. Miss Ray, the floor is yours.
Well, Kyra, I am super excited to be here tonight, but I'm super excited that we're all going to get a chance to meet in San Antonio because I don't know if you guys realize it or not, but LaVonda Thornton-Bush is not a normal person. She understands the internet in a way that very, very few people I've ever met understands. And she knows how to make money with that thing. She knows how to gather together people that she doesn't even know. I don't know if you were at the Planet Marketing Convention recently, but she was one of the few people that won the Century or Centennial Award or whatever it was that basically she got because she had brought in 100 people personally under her own self. It's amazing what this woman has done using the internet. And so I consider it a serious honor and a privilege to be in her organization. So I went to her at that convention and I said, we don't have meetings like everybody else does weekly. So let's just have an occasional meeting where we can all get together. We can bring in some training on different things, not so much on travel, but on the business side of it, because that's what her expertise is. And that's the arena that I have operated in for quite a while. And also Kat Simpson, who's going to be our MC. And Kat's on here. Kat, I don't know where you are, but you're going to love getting a chance to know her. She's been an expert with eBay and Amazon for quite a while, knows a lot about selling online. And so you're going to get the combined experience from several sets of people who are online marketers. We also have a social media girl who's local to San Antonio, who's one of our agents, who's going to come and talk to us about social media too. And you'll be able to give testimonies and just learn some different things from her. Plus, she'll give you an overview of the First Friday event that is going to be that night that we can all go down to San Antonio and enjoy together. So we've got a bunch of different people we're putting together for that event. So it's coming up on January the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And if you don't have plans to go to it, try to figure out how you can arrange your calendar so that you can go to that thing. If you have a budget issue, just ask God and say, how on earth can I afford to do this thing? Because you're going to be exposed to people who are doing things that nobody else is doing. And you're not going to get that from just being in an online meeting like this. Being in a live event it's life-changing. It gives you the energy and the momentum that you need to get things going with your business. So try to make it to that meeting if you can. So if you haven't purchased your ticket for the Friday event, on Friday, we're having an agent-only meeting from 9 to 5. It's going to have a bunch of different people presenting a bunch of different things, and you don't want to miss that. So you want to come in on Thursday. You can book your hotel. You'll have to call the hotel because we're outside of our block right now. We got a discounted block rate. So you'll have to call the hotel and get a room if you haven't, or share with somebody that's already got one. But you want to try to come in on Thursday night because we're going to start bright and early on Friday, go from 9 to 5, and that's $37 a person, and that's per agent, and it's only for agents. Now, if you have very, very minor children, we're going to try to figure out what we can do with them, but we're not providing any kind of childcare at all. And then on Saturday, it just happens that while we're in San Antonio, they are having a Super Saturday. So it would be great for you to take friends to that are not in the business, and to go hang out with some amazing people. I know Orlando Moore is one of the presenters. You're going to absolutely love him. He's the number 2 producer in the company. And so for $15, agents can go to that. It's a training and then an opportunity meeting. And if you take guests with you, those guys are free. And then we're going to go to SeaWorld after that. We got tickets that are half price for SeaWorld. We're also going to have a dinner at 6:00. Your meal is included. We're also going to have a stage and a mic there if we want to have any kind of meeting. And what I would like to do is just do testimonies and just have people share about the things that they are learning. It's also free parking, which is about an $18 value. So we got all that thrown into your little ticket price, and it's only $40. But we do have to have those tickets purchased by Wednesday, December 26th, which is this coming Wednesday. So I know Christmas is Tuesday, Christmas Eve is Monday. It's kind of a crazy time, but if you can grab those tickets by then, that would be great, because we're running into some deadlines, and we also need to start printing the name tags too. So we need you to get your ticket for the event as soon as you can. And then also plan to stay on Sunday, because I don't know if you've ever met Darren Burnett. He is, we call him my black son. He's an amazing man of God. He's also a pastor. He's from New Orleans, and when he speaks, the mountains move. I'm telling you, this guy is amazing. And so we have asked him to do a little worship service, and then we'll also have open time for people to share. And so if you hang around on Sunday for that, you're going to be blessed, and we'll pray for you. If you need somebody to pray for your business, for your family, for your marriage, for your children, for whatever you got going on, we will pray for you during that time. That service goes from 9 to 11. And then you're welcome to stay afterwards to hang out at the hotel for the rest of the day, because the networking that's going to happen while you're there is going to be phenomenal. I host live events all the time. I see lives change every time we host an event. You're going to love this thing. Now, if you haven't registered yet and you want to, you just go to the Facebook group that LaVonda has set up for us, Team Relentless. She also has a separate one set up for the event. And there's at the top of it, there's some information, and there's an Eventbrite link in there. When you click on that link, it opens up and it's got all the information that you need about everything. If you click on the link to rent your hotel room, my internet connection is unstable. Hold on a second. Have to wait. Okay, so if you click on the link to reserve your hotel room, that has expired, so it won't work anymore. But if you contact the hotel directly and tell them that you're with us, they may or they may not honor the reduced rate that I got for you. But you can contact them and reserve your room. So if you have any questions or anything, holler at me. My name is Ray Perry. You can see it on the screen. You can follow me on Facebook and PM me. Jody Souls is going to be there. She's one of the agents in our organization. She's my assistant at my company, and she's going to help us take care of all of the details. We want to get you guys registered. When you get there, it won't take very long at all, and so that you can enjoy the day and learn a lot. But most of all, you're going to get motivated. You're going to understand how people who work on the internet, who have turned a $200 laptop like what I'm looking at right here into an ATM. That's what Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel can do for you. That's what we're going to help you get the vision for at this event coming up. And so bring your friends, send out notes on Facebook and say, hey, I'm going to be in San Antonio. Who wants to go with me? And then take them with you on Saturday to the Super Saturday opportunity meeting. And hopefully they'll come in and you'll have some new people with you. So Kyra, that's it.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited to see everyone at this event. You have to be here. And as Ray just stated to everyone, it is one of those opportunities that's once in a lifetime. You want to be poured into. You want your business to manifest. You want to see growth and advancement for the 2019. Oh, my gosh. I'm just excited because I know that it's going to be amazing. And she definitely is dedicated to ensuring that we get these these nuggets, and especially in an environment where Team Relentless can shine together. So thank you again so much for sharing that information. And oh my gosh. So who we have up next? We have the lovely Miss Candy Martin. This lovely lady, she has been in business per what I saw from her website since 1999. So she truly, sorry, what you said?
Okay, just tell me.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm just counting out your experience. So more than anything, we're just blessed to have individuals such as yourself on our team who can share that knowledge with us and really prepare us, because a lot of people fail to realize what we have advantages within this industry, and also just being a business owner and truly understanding what does a 1099 mean. So I'm excited for this session for tonight, and I'm going to pass it over to you. But I also want you all to just stay on as well, because at the end of Miss Candy's presentation, I'm going to do a top 10 reasons why you should basically work your business in 2019. And it's definitely going to be interactive and fun. So without further ado, I'm going to pass on over to Miss Candy, and please share your wisdom and knowledge.
Well, good evening, everyone. I definitely want to say thank you, Kyra. Thank you to Lavonda. I pray that you get to feeling better really soon, full recovery. I want to just say this is an awesome opportunity. I have been in business, like you said, for 22 years, and I have seen a lot of things come and go. And this is something that is awesome. It has so many different advantages. It's one of the reasons why I got into the business, because I had a lot of tax clients that needed some help as far as reducing their tax liability. And when this opportunity came along, it just fit, because most clients, most of you have to travel for work, you have to travel for funerals, you have to travel for this, you have to travel for that, and you never get to recoup any of your costs. But being a travel agent, having your own business, it puts you in a different position. So what I want to do is, I don't have a lot of time. I just want to dive in. Like I said, thanks for the opportunity. I'll make sure that my contact information is posted in case you have some more specific questions. I tell everybody there's no one tax return to solve everybody's problem. So if you have a specific question, I'll make sure you have my information where you can inbox me or call me and get a little bit more detail specified for you. So what I'm going to do tonight is just give you some general information. The estimated tax filing date is going to start about January 19th. Exactly 30 days from today. If all goes well, we'll start on that day. We don't have any delay or government shutdown, so we'll start on the 19th. So what I want to explain, just like Ms. Kyra just stated, what is a 1099? I'm gonna give you a short version of it. If you're a W-2, you have at the end of the year, you work for someone, you clock in, you clock out, and at the end of the year, they give you a W-2. With a W-2, you pay your taxes first. If you notice, when you get your check, you have how much you made, and they take out what they think you owe, and then you get what's left. Well, with a 1099, you're in a different position. You get your earnings, then you get to deduct all of your expenses, and then you pay taxes on what is left. So it's almost in a reverse, because if you ever wonder, how does someone get ahead, and I'm working and I'm paying more taxes than someone who owns a business? Well, that is the caveat to it. You get an opportunity to write off all your deductions first that are related to your business, your deductions that are related to your business, and that's what calculates to a 1099. Also, a 1099 is better if you're a registered business. So in other words, instead of using your social, go ahead and register your business. You have your trade name. When you get your website from IntelliTravel or from Planet Marketing, you have your website. Take that name that you have designed and get you a tax ID number. If you need instructions on how to do that, I have no problem with walking you through the process. It takes about 10 minutes. Put yourself in a position to be able to take advantage of the tax breaks. One of the things that I do want to make sure is to make sure that you're in compliance. If you have an online business of any sort, make sure that you're in compliance with your federal, with your state, with your local city or parish or county, depending on how it's set up where you live. And there are rules and regulations and tax liabilities for those that operate an online business. So make sure that you are properly set up. So when you start making these millions of dollars, no one is going to knock on your door and say, hey, all these years you've been in business, but you forgot to pay us. Go ahead, get yourself properly set up so that you can be free to make all the money you want to make and not have to worry about Uncle Sam knocking on your door and taking a piece of the pie. Put yourself in order first. If you've already been in business and you're not sure if you're set up properly, give me a call and we'll do, I have a compliance checklist. And what that does, we'll go through how you are set up and how you should be set up. And then I'll show you how versus just telling you what you need to do. I hate when somebody tells me, oh, you need to do this, but then they don't never show you how. So one of the things that I will help, because you guys are my family, you're my travel family. So I definitely want to make sure that I help you with that. Understand that your expenses for traveling, if you're going, like we're getting ready to go to this workshop in January, the expense that you put in your gas, the gas that you put in your car if you're going to drive over, or your plane ticket, or whatever, however you're going to get there, that is an expense. The food that you're going to buy when you're there, that's an expense. The hotel, everything that you do that is associated with that event is a tax deduction for you. And there are many other things that we sometimes don't know or don't recognize, such as education. If I think someone earlier mentioned anything that professionally develops you. If you take a speaking class, if you're shy and you know you need to talk to people so that you can tell them about the business, and you enroll in a class that helps develop that, that is a tax deduction. A lot of times we kind of overlook those things because we're not really quite sure. One of the main things that you want to do, because this is a home-based business, it's called the Safe Harbor tax credit, which means you get to claim a portion of everything that you use in your home. If you have internet, you get to use a portion of that to write off on your taxes, because even though the entire family uses the internet, a portion of that is geared towards your business. You need the light for the internet to work, so you get to claim a portion of your light bill. And if you're down south like we are, man, the light bill in the summertime, I need all the deductions I can get. So anything that is associated with you operating your business, any cost associated with you operating your business is a legitimate tax deduction. But you have to be set up properly in order to take full advantage of the deduction. So you want to make sure that you're in compliance. Travel parties, when you have travel parties, keep your receipts, make a log. I don't know, get you a credit card. Do whatever you need to do to keep up with every dime that you spend, because all of that is going to help you at the end of the year. And this is the perfect time to do it. We have a few days left in this year. If you don't have your EIN, you want to get it before the year is out. You want to make sure that you're in compliance before the year is out, so that when you file your taxes in January or February, you can take full advantage of everything you've done so far in 2018. Go ahead, put in those extra hours, make sure you get everything done before the 31st so that you can take full advantage. And what that does, it frees you up to have more money to invest back into your business. So there's a whole bunch of tips we can go over with that. Bookkeeping, you want to make sure that you're not, that you have a separate account. Hopefully you have a business account, but if not, you have a separate personal account, or however you want to do it, aside for your travel business, aside from your personal account. You do not want to use your personal account, like to go to Walmart to buy toothpaste, to be the same account that you use for your travel expenses. That is called commingling funds. The IRS does not like that. That is one way to start an audit. So I recommend, if you haven't separated it, go ahead and do so. If you don't have a business account, don't panic. Just get a separate account of some sort to separate your money, your personal things from your travel business. This is a business. This is not just a hobby or something to do. If you're not making a lot of money in it, you got a small business. If you're putting a lot of work in, you got a big business. But it is a business. This is a legit business, and you have to treat it as such. And this is where you kind of grow up. And those of us and those of you all who are already on that path, already have your EIN, already have your business account, you're already rocking and rolling, reach back and show some of the other team members how you did it. If you need assistance, call me. I'll be glad to answer any questions. And if I don't know, I know how to find the answers. And I would definitely get back with you. I don't want to give you any opinions. I got to give you facts, because when it comes to the numbers don't lie. And so I will make sure that you're in the best position to take full advantage of all the tax breaks. And I always get this question. Well, I still gonna owe money. If you owe money at the end of the year, that's a great thing. I always tell people there's going to be a soup line in your life. Either you're going to be eating the soup or you're going to be handing out the soup. I would like to be handing out the soup. So if you owe taxes, that's great. That means you made a lot of money. We've gotten all your deductions. We did all we can do. and now you have a tax liability. But that means you made money throughout the year. So don't run away from having to pay taxes. You just want to make sure that you maximize your deduction, that you reduce your tax liability. Do not leave any money on the table. And if you are due a refund, that's great. We'll help try to maximize that as well. This is a bona fide business, folks, and we want to treat it as such. We want to have it set up. If you didn't start off right, don't worry about it. That's okay. We can start over. I'm a advocate of starting over. Press the reset button. Let's get together. Let's get in the trenches. Let's dig it out. Let's find out where you are, where you need to be, and we'll get you there in the middle. So, like I said, I'll make sure that I put my contact information in the. I'll give it to Lavonda or Miss Kyra. You guys tell me how to get the information to the people, and I don't mind. And if I don't call you right away, I will call you back. One last thing that I want to leave you with is let me see. I just saw it on here. The cost of doing business. Just like we had to pay an investment to sign up, you have to pay your tax preparer or whomever is doing your books. So I always tell people, if you start keeping good books yourself, that's one less thing you have to pay your tax preparer to do. And I tell my own clients that, and they're like, why do you tell us that? Because I want you to save as much money so it doesn't, so that you can understand the value and the hard work. Keep a log of everything you do. Don't just randomly do business. Do it on purpose. Be strategic. Keep a good record of everything that you do throughout the year. And you don't have to do it every day. You can do it every week, every month. But set aside some time to keep good books, because if you ever get audited, you will want to be able to explain what you did and how you did it. And if you need help with that as well, setting up your books, I can help you with that as well. So, Ms. Kyra, are we leaving it open for any questions, or I'm turning it back over to you?
Almost definitely. I mean, if anyone has any questions, the floor is open. Please ask in the chat or unmute yourself and ask your question, and she will answer it for you. So anyone, please, the floor is open.
Okay.
Well, Ms. Sarah Beth said, thanks for being helpful and honest about the bookkeeping aspect of it, because that definitely is something that I am trying to take on myself for 2019. I really want to be more organized and understand, the structure of ensuring that my business is legit.
Right. And here's a tip. There are some free bookkeeping tools out there. There's one called mint.com, mint.com. And then, of course, there's the all famous QuickBooks. QuickBooks is very user friendly. They're always having webinars and seminars to show you how to use it. One of the lowest packages is about $20 a month, and it can keep up with everything for you. So at the end of the year, all you have to do is print it out, take it to your tax preparer, and pay them to just prepare the taxes. There's a different component when I have to do the bookkeeping for the whole year or for the month, and then you have to pay to have the taxes prepared. So don't to keep that in mind. Those are two separate services: bookkeeping and tax preparation. Bookkeeping you can do yourself. So.
Okay, Miss Kathy had a question. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Jai. You can go. You can ask your question.
Okay, how y'all doing? I'm new to the group. I'm Jay Monique. I was brought to the group by Miss Shannon. I was just wondering, when you said to get a tax ID number, were you meaning employer ID number, or basically go all out and get a like LLC?
The EIN that you would get from irs.gov.
Okay, employer ID. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But that is the same thing as registering it as an LLC with your state. You take the tax ID number and then you go on your Secretary of State for whichever state you're in, Texas, Louisiana, wherever you are, and you go on the Secretary of State page and you take that EIN number and then you register it with the state. A lot of people make the mistake of just getting the EIN number and they think they're done. The state can also fine you for not registering with them. And then, of course, you have your local parish as well.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
All right, we have a question in the chat from Ms. Kathy. Is there an accounting program you recommend for those who are just starting in the business?
Yes. Like I said, QuickBooks is one, but there's also one called mint.com, mint.com. And the basics of that one is free, if I'm not mistaken. But I kind of recommend, there are so many, you can Google and see which one is best for you. I tell everybody, if you're a pen and paper type person, stick to the notebook. If you know you're not going to type in every day or put in every week, use a notebook. The IRS doesn't mind ledgers, old school ledger books. That is fine. It just has to be dated and signed.
Hello.
I think somebody was trying to ask a question. Did we lose connection?
Sorry.
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
Miss Latanya, did you unmute yourself? You have a question?
Yes, can you hear me? I'm not
Yes,
sure.
yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just a quick question about the whole business account and keeping it separate from your personal account. I know you said that they don't like you spending money that's not related to the business out of your business account. So how do you get it to your personal account? Do you like pay yourself?
Yes, great
Okay.
question. Good question. You can put yourself on the payroll. You got one or two choices you can do with that. You can get real complicated and real fancy with it and give yourself a W-2 and put you on actual payroll, or you can pay yourself through the method of a 1099 at the end of the year. Yes, you definitely want to pay yourself. Give yourself a bonus if you need extra money. You said it's your business. You decide if you want to make $25 a week, or hey, I want to draw 90% of what I earn. Just kind of up to you.
Oh, okay. So is there somewhere you can make your own 1099 form? Can you get that from the same QuickBooks or Mint or something?
Yes, some of the programs have the option. If you're keeping up with the payroll, there's a payroll option. You key in, you'll put yourself on the payroll, your name, social security number, and things of that nature. At the end of the year, once it's time to calculate the taxes, it'll generate a 1099 for you. And then also you can go to irs.gov and you can order 1099 forms there as well. Now, there's a lot in between that. So, I would advise that you seek, a tax professional to make sure that you got that all set up right, because of the tax liabilities that you'll have associated with paying yourself through your business. So make sure you got all that. That's the end product of it, getting the 1099. So there are a few steps in between.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have a question in the chat. Miss Sarah Beth said, I have questions on if we have multiple businesses, and do you recommend a specific type of business like LLC or S Corp?
Now, that's a very good question. An LLC allows you to have, if you will, an umbrella. And then you can do 5 or 6 different things. I'll use myself as an example. Martin Business Solutions is my LLC, and it is my umbrella. Under that, I have taxes, I have travel, and I have credit. So those are doing business as, so it's Martin Business Solutions, DBA, doing business as IntelliTravel, my IntelliTravel name. So if you have a LLC, you have a little bit more flexibility, a little bit.
She gone in and out.
You don't have as many tax obligations. If you change it to an S corp, it takes on a whole nother animal. But don't get scared of it. If that's what you want to do, there are some reasons, some pros and cons to each type. I suggest that you sit with someone or you research. Let the internet be your friend. Research the different types. See which one fits you best. But I do want to advise, if you have an LLC, you can start off as an LLC. And you can always upgrade it or change it to an S corp. If you have an S corp, you cannot change it back to an LLC. So I recommend that you start off at the LLC first, and then you can always change it later. But if you start off as an S corp, it has to stay that way.
Okay, I'm just checking the chat. Which I think you covered that, but basically, when can they use their IntelliTravel business as a tax write-off as well when they do their startup costs?
Of course. The 179 or the 1995 Planet Marketing, those are tax deductions. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Sarah Beth had another good question. So if my husband and I both are agents, can we do one business for travel and deduct fees for each of us?
Yes. If I understand the question correct, they both have incurred some costs. Are they doing one business, or they have Ask me that question again.
Well, typically with IntelliTravel, we have, if you're trying to be an agent, you're going to have your own individual agent account. But I don't know if they're merged together for Planet, because Planet is the only side that allows you to do the husband and wife together to work. But in the question she said, and I'm sure she's going to clarify it towards the end now. So if my husband and I both are agents, matter of fact, Sarah Beth, do you mind unmuting yourself? You can definitely ask that question if you like.
Okay, yeah. So James and I are both IntelliTravel agents.
Okay.
And so we each pay a monthly fee to IntelliTravel. And currently we're both Planet Marketing reps as well and pay those fees each. And they're all on my one card, because you were saying about keeping up with your stuff. I don't necessarily have a separate bank account yet, but everything that we do for travel is on the one credit card, and then we pay it off at the end of the month. So
you're good in that regard as far as keeping up with it and paying the payments. It's when you get ready to file. It just depends on how you want to set your business up. If you haven't already set it up, you can set it up as a partnership where you guys are jointly on the tax return on the business portion of it, or if you both want to have your own separate LLC and your own separate sole proprietorship, and you'll have two Schedule Cs on the one tax return. It just kind of depends on how you want to set it up. That is something we can do a different case scenarios and tell you the pros and cons of each. You can consult your tax preparer or an attorney, a business attorney, either way, to see which best beneficial for you guys. But so far you're doing good. And every penny that you guys spend, whether it's your fees or his fees, they're both tax deductible, and you get to claim them both at the end of the year. You just need to make sure you have it set up right.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out, was if we did it as one business, an LLC, we can still do both, all the fees from both sides.
Correct. But like I said, there's a couple of case scenarios that I would, kind of maybe for the sake of time, we can kind of get some details to make sure, do some fact checking, and then making sure that you guys have it set up right.
Well, and ours is more complicated, so Kyra doesn't have to ask the other question I put in the chat box, but we already have an S Corp for a real estate business. Is there any way we can put our travel business under that?
Now, if it was an LLC right off the back, I would say yes, because it could be the umbrella, and then you can do a bunch of DBAs from that. Now, the S Corp, we would have to check it. I would want to check with the business attorney before I make that ruling. And we do have a business attorney on our staff, so it's just a matter of us just double checking. And then the state you're in and all that kind of thing. So we want to make sure that we know all the laws, because sometimes things are good federal, but then there's little
loopholes in each state.
For the state, so we would have to check them both.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, Ms. Lynn Manor, if you want to take yourself off mute, you can ask your question as well, please. Okay, until she comes. Another question is, if I booked my personal trip and paid for it in December of 2017, but took the trip in January of 2018, can I deduct it on my, I'm assuming this must be 2018 and 2019. Can she deduct it on her, well, I'm sorry, can I deduct in 2018, or did I miss that deduction?
For it in 2017, you need to add it to the 2017 tax return. You can do what's called an amendment and add that deduction on there. It counts when you actually paid it. So if you paid it in 2018, you claim it on your 2018. If you paid it in 2017, but you can always go back and do an amendment. Now, here's a rule that a lot of people don't know. If you owe the IRS, they'll go back 20 years, you're still on. But if they owe you, they will only pay you back for 3 years. In other words, this is going to be 18, so you got 18, 17, 16. So if you do a refund to 16, you're good. But if you get into 15 and you do an amendment and it comes out that they owe you, you can no longer get the refund unless, now there is a way that you can ask for a credit. So I suggest that if anyone got into business in 2017 and you did not claim it on your tax return, go ahead and do an amendment now. Go ahead and go back and see if there's an extra deduction for you, or a tax break, or a refund due to you, because you did have those expenses. Especially if you had a tax liability, you would want to go back and get any savings that you can.
All right, Miss Candy. So we have what we call our fam trips, and we definitely enjoy those, the familiarization trips. And we have some people inquiring about, could they write off their meals for those trips, or can they write off their actual airfare and things of that nature?
Yes, everything that's associated with cost of doing business, which means your travel business. If you are in the airport and you buy a bottle of water, if you are on one of the fam trips and they pay for your room but they didn't pay for your food, if you had to get an Uber from the hotel to the venue, everything that you did during that time, make sure that you get receipts, that you have a good put it in the books when you get back. Just keep up with everything. Or if you have your credit card, which I find is really easy. If you just do everything with the same card at the end of the week or at the end of the month or the end of the year, you don't really have to think about it because it's all on your statement. But if you haven't gotten to that point yet and you're still using cash, make sure that you keep every receipt and that you keep good records. But everything that's associated with. I would even if you're going to an event, like they just had the Black Tie Fair, hey, I missed it. Hopefully next year my schedule will clear me to go. And you had to buy black tie attire. You didn't have it. That's tax deduction. You bought it for the purpose of attending that event.
Ooh, I like that deduction.
I know, right? So now we can tell our husband we can buy more expensive dress.
Right. So Miss Lynn Manor, she has a sore throat, and she just wanted me to ask you, are we registering our home-based business as it is set up on IntelliTravel to get our EIN in the government website? No, right? Okay, are you registering our home-based business as it is set up on IntelliTravel to get our EIN in the government website?
Okay, she's when you go to the government website, she's asking, should the name of my business be with the name that I have with IntelliTravel? You can create your own name, whatever you want your business to be. Create your EIN for that. For example, I have the Martin, my actual travel business page on Facebook says the Martin Travel Group, but it's actually Martin Business Solution on all my paperwork because that is my actual business, and I use that as a trade name. So you have to decide if you want your IntelliTravel name to be your actual business name, or you just want to use it as a trade name. So it just kind of depends. But yes, if she's speaking about irs.gov, when you click on SS4 and you want to fill it out, it does ask you what is the name of your business. So it's up to you. If you're going to be doing more than one type of business, I recommend that you get another name. Like if you want to call it John and Sally Enterprises, that gives you an umbrella. And then if you have multi things that you do, if you have other business ventures, or if all you're going to ever do is just travel, then yes, you could probably use a general name like Travel. That's just my own personal preference.
Okay, and Miss Kathy said, can you just remind folks that you can deduct either mileage or gas costs, not both?
Yes, you can't do both. That I get that a lot. That's a really good question. Either claim the mileage or the gas. I typically like claiming the mileage, just because of the type of business. And now, if you were a truck driving company, of course, I would say claim gas. But because of the type of business that the travel agency is, I recommend that you claim the mileage. You'll probably get more bang for your buck there. But you can actually do an estimate on your tax return to see which way brings you the higher benefit. You can put the miles on first and see what it does, and then you can take that off and then do the gas and see what it does. But don't do both. That's a red flag.
Hi, Kyra.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. Yes, you can feel free to ask.
That's okay. Hi, Candy. How you doing?
Hi.
I just have two questions. So for the EIN registration, is there any reason that, like, has the IRS ever rejected anyone from applying for an EIN? Is there specific requirements to register for an EIN, or pretty much anybody can do it?
Now they have, I can't say, I wouldn't say that anybody can do it. When you go on the website and you start putting the information in, it's going to ask certain questions. As long as you clear the basic questions that they ask and that the name that you're picking is available, and it's not duplicated, if your social hasn't been used on another EIN, there are some things that would kick it out of the system. But on a normal average, no, there's no reason you wouldn't be able to.
Okay. And what about because you said you have to have the EIN to register with your state, correct?
Correct.
Is there any reason that the state would reject you from registering?
Yes, there is. I always tell people, go to your state page first. Okay. See if the name is available. And if the name is available, you go back to the IRS website, go ahead and register the business with the name, get the EIN number. Then you go back to the state website and go ahead and register it in. Generally, what would get you kicked out on the state is if that name is already taken or is too similar to another. That is like the number one reason why the state would kick it out. And then, of course, the only other reasons would be if you had some type of financial obligations to them that are unpaid. Sometimes that'll flag your social or a previous EIN number, and they'll block you in the system. So if it's not that, typically it's because the name is duplicated or really close to another name.
Got it. And I'm sorry, just one more question. The EIN, there's no cost for that, right? Just to apply?
There's no cost for that. You go on the IRS website. Now with the state, the state charges.
Right.
So when you go on the IRS, that's free. It's called, if you put in the search bar on the IRS page, it's called Form SS4. That's Sally, and the number 4, and it'll come up. I always tell people, print out the PDF version of it, fill it out on paper, so that when you go to do it online, it doesn't kick you out. Because sometimes if you take too long answering some of the questions, or you got to go find the information and come back, it may time you out. So print out the PDF form, answer all the questions, and then take that and go back in and fill it out. And it's also a 1-800 number you can dial once you fill it out if you just want to call somebody and you don't want to deal with the computer. So anyone that is computer challenged, there is a 1-800 number, and I could provide that to you. Inbox me for it. I'll get it back to you. If you don't want to do it on the computer, you can call it in, and it takes about 5 minutes.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Candy. I apologize, you guys. One more question I just thought about. So I still work full time. Obviously, I'm still going to file a W-2 for my full-time job. I normally do that through TurboTax. Could I still do that through TurboTax and then maybe just hire a tax preparer to do my 1099? Because I just want to make sure I don't make any mistakes.
Okay, so here's my recommendation. Do all on one or the other.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because when you start separating, if you do it on your own and just do the TurboTax and you leave off your business, something may get mixed out, something may overlap. You can use TurboTax to file your business return as well. Just make sure you take your time. If you have any questions, you get into a roadblock, pause it. They have a customer service representative that can help you. Reach out to a tax preparer. Do whatever you have to do to make sure that you file it out right. I get so many amendments from self-prepared return. And it's not that, it's just more like the system. It's a computer system. It's going to ask you a question. It's not going to make too many suggestions. It's going to make some, but you really kind of need to know what to look for. And if that's the case, just make sure that you get some advice. Now, if you take it all to a tax preparer, just make sure that they don't, just make sure that everything is together, that it piggybacks off, because there are certain things on your 1040 that will help you on your Schedule C, which is your business, and vice versa. And so you don't want to have two separate returns. I get that a lot. They were like, well, my return got sent back. Yeah, you already filed it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, oh my gosh, you definitely gave us some information that I think that we are going to be definitely prepared for our 2019 filing. And definitely, if you want to reach out to Miss Candy, she's in our group. Of course, she's in Team Relentless, Facebooker, Friender, all of the following. And thank you so much for that presentation. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you all for having me. And thank you, Miss Kathy, for helping me along the way. I'm gonna definitely be inboxing her. I thought I saw her say something about an attorney. I do have some clients that do need some services that we can, help one another out. That is great. So you all have a blessed night. I'm gonna stay on so I can get those top 10 reasons. And go ahead and do the work now, guys, so you can take advantage of it on your 2018 tax return. Thank you.
Oh my, like I said, I hope you all enjoyed that presentation tonight. We definitely have it recorded. So just know that at the end, whenever LaVonda loads it up and put it in the group, we will have access to that. So what I'm about to do right now is transition so I can share my screen for the PowerPoint. Hold on, please. And as you can see, I'm a little amateur when it comes down to PowerPoint. All right, so let me minimize this bar and I'm gonna move this a little further away because it's in my way. All right, so right now tonight, what I wanted to focus on is the top 10 things that will expedite your success within your business. And especially when we have a new year approaching, I want you all to really take advantage of what you have access to. Ms. Candy just went over just some of the tax benefits, but also just the opportunity of what we have over here. This is a legitimate home-based travel business. And I really don't think a lot of people understand what we have. So I just wanted to share some of my personal things that I think will be successful for you on Planet side, just as well as IntelliTravel business. So for me, this is my 2019 goals, and I hope that you all will utilize this for yourself as well. So say it loud. You own a business and you're proud, okay? I help people own their own travel agencies. As we stated on every webinar, every major event, everything that you pretty much have touched your hands on in our groups, is that's what we do. We're in the business of helping people. We're in the business of helping people put themselves in position to own home-based travel businesses. So I want you all to be proud of what you're doing. Don't look at this as something as if you are hassling someone or you're trying to persuade someone. No, just be happy. You own a business. You're excited. You know that you can help people. You know that you can book dream vacations. You are now classified as a dream maker. So I want you all to really, really, really understand the power of what you have access to. This is your business, and I want you to be a little bit more proud. I want to start seeing some early morning posts where you're sharing sunrises and sunsets in Hawaii, or you're sharing glimpses of your dream vacations in the Maldives. All of these things that we all desire. Share it with people. Be proud of what your product is, and that is travel. Scared money don't make no money, okay? They didn't put the no part in there, but this is a true statement. I don't want you all to be scared to make money. We're not scared when we wake up every morning to go to work, to clock on the job just to get a check, and hopefully we make our 80 hours if we don't show up late. So I don't want you all to be scared to sit behind a computer and take no more than 30 minutes and yet make what you would have made on your job in less than an hour. So I want you all to understand this. Don't be afraid. This is your business where you can earn uncapped income. And we say UNCAPPED because this is that type of opportunity. You don't have to worry about, I can only make so much. I can only get this many hours. I can only put this much work. No, if you say, I want to book 10 trips a day, 1 trip a month, 2 trips a week. If you say, I want an additional $5,000 in my bank account coming to me at least in 2 months, or, whatever that time span is for that vacation, but you can create that type of income. But it does take the time for you to sit down and start to take advantage of your product. So if you got someone who wants to go on a group cruise, guess what? You need to call Carnival and figure out how to book that group cruise, because that could be a $5,000 check in your pocket within however many months before, they actually vacation or go on that trip. I don't care if they're going on that trip next year. You still made $5,000 that you're going to get a check that's going to come to you the following year. So please don't be scared. Make your money. Put yourself in position to dedicate yourself a little portion of your time to your business so that you can make the type of income that you want to generate. Quit doubting yourself. I put this picture up. I can't do this with a nice X. And then you get, I can do this with a Nike check. Quit going back and forth with yourself and you've never even took the one step forward. Quit doubting yourself. I remember when I first started this business, I was so hesitant with booking a group cruise because I didn't know what to do. And I lost out on a lot of money from that group cruise. I remember, literally, she had over 50 plus people on that cruise. But I was scared to even respond to her because I did not book a group cruise at that time. Well, I had got offered another cruise and I said, I refuse to be scared and I refuse to doubt myself when I know I have the tools and the credentials to do this. I picked up that phone, I called Carnival, and do you know Carnival walked me through my whole process. They showed me how to do the deposits. They gave me all of the pricing, the insurance, everything I needed. I felt more than equipped. And guess what? I earned that booking and I earned a great commission check at the end of that trip. But remember, in the beginning, I doubted myself. And then when it came around to me again, I said, I refuse. So if this is you in 2018, still scared, still hesitant, still holding yourself back because you don't know the response you're going to receive in return, well, guess what? You need to get rid of that self-doubt, because right now in 2019, I want to see takeover. I want you to take ownership of your life, of your finances, and putting yourself in a position where you can be able to say, I refuse to doubt myself because I know I'm in a business that's going to equip me with everything that I need to succeed. No support from family and friends. As you can see, I used the baby, and I'm lucky he didn't have a boatload of tears flowing out his eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, if we relied strictly on our family and friends to make us financially free, I'm not even going to say rich, financially free, we would never be financially free. So don't put your eggs in one basket. Quit putting yourself in a situation where you only are relying on the family and friends. Start seeking new people. Start seeking new friends. I had people giving me their credit card information who I met online, never spoke with to a day in my life, but was ready to book a trip with me and give me their credit card information before my own family and friends. So I want y'all to get in the habit of, your family and friends are not your only means of business. You are in Facebook groups, you're in community groups, you're in leadership groups. You're just in so many different areas. And I'm not just going to utilize Facebook for this. If you're involved in your local church, you're involved in your local community centers, you volunteer, you have a massive outreach pouring. So you need to reach out to those extended hands and share your business. Put yourself in a position where you can earn their potential business. Give yourself a certain allotment of time throughout the day or the week where you can say, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to advertise and share with other individuals who are not within my circle so that you can get your business out there to your beyond the family and friends. Multiple ways to request agent rates. Okay. So remind y'all, I've been in the business now going on 3 years, and I'm happy to say that. But in the beginning stages, you will have to learn this. This is not something that you're just going to go in the group and say, hey, how to request a rate. No, get active, meaning you have a business that give you a lot of different websites. You need to go on that website first and browse to even see if that individual offers agent rates. And if they don't, then you need to now type Google and say, hey, agent rates for Carnival, agent rates for all of these different vendors that you're interested in. Well, if you can't find it that way, then you need to reach out directly to them. Ask to speak with the sales or the hotel manager. We do not speak with hotel front desk. They don't know. Okay. Many times I've called them and gave them my agent rates and they did not know. So I want you all to get in the habit of understanding you need to speak with people who can make decisions. Okay. And with that being said, sales or the hotel manager happens to be the individuals that you can make those decisions with. And then also requesting rates via the vendor website agent portal. So as I mentioned, you can go to these different websites. Vacation Express, they have an area for agents. It'll say agent fams. It'll say agent portal. A lot of our different other websites offers the agent portal. You can look on there and see if they specifically say, ask to request an agent rate. Agent rates available here. Put in this code to get your agent rate. Marriott has it where if you enter the Hotel Excellence, there's a certain rate code that you will qualify for. So do put yourself in the habit of utilizing the agent portals too, because sometimes they have that information readily available. Ask in person upon checking in. Complimentary upgrades, agent rates. I went to the Marriott not that long ago, and I walked inside and my water was off in my apartment complex and I needed a hot shower. So I went to the Marriott and I basically went in there. I said, hi, my name is Kyra Harris. I'm a travel agent with IntelliTravel. I would love to know, do you offer any industry rates or travel agent rates, for tonight, or whatever the case may be. However you need to be, formal or informal. But that lady said, yes, Ms. Harris, yes, we have that availability. I can offer you this rate at $49 a night. That rate was showing online for $89 a night. So me just asking put myself in position where I was able to access that agent rate. So don't be afraid to ask. And do understand there's a certain mannerism when you're asking. It's not obligated to be given to you. Okay. I want y'all to know that too. Because some people will get upset and say, they didn't offer me a rate. They didn't offer this to me. Well, if you were asking in that type of mannerism, I wouldn't have offered it to you as well. So just remember, be mannerable with this. Hi, how are you doing? How's your day going? Be friendly, be personable so that they can truly, if they want to offer it to you or offer you an upgrade, at least they can say that was a sweet, nice lady who worked with IntelliTravel or worked with her company. So you want to have a certain verbiage when you're doing this as well. It's not something that's a privilege for you. We're excited and we're grateful that as agents we're able to have that extended to us, but you need to personally know how to also request it. But of course, my favorite method is contact them via email. I am the queen of the emails, okay? LaVonda picks up the phone. She wants to answer right away. I like to build a relationship because I'm planning that trip so far in advance to where I need to secure my rate. But I also want to familiarize myself with them so that when I do follow up with my emails or little things like that, it's that friendly reminder of we created that relationship. So as you can see, I use one of those comics. I love my comics. He said, ask and you shall receive. Know who said that? Of course, we know it wasn't Santa Claus, but the humor in the cartoon is what it is. Happy holidays. All right, so I wanted to give you an example of a request email that I've done in the past, and I could post one in the group. I mean, I have many. I've written hotels in Rome asking for agent rates, and guess what? Got knocked off almost $200+ off of a room that was going for $3 something a night. So again, it's just building that rapport with these individuals. So this is just one of them, and it's very mediocre, but I wanted to stay at the Eden Rock in Miami one weekend. So I said, hi, my name is Kyra Harris. I'm a travel agent with IntelliTravel. I will be visiting the Miami area the weekend of June 8th through the 11th. I love the Eden Rock properties and have stayed there just as well as I've booked many for my clients at your location. While I'm visiting Miami, I would love to set up a site inspection at your Nubu Hotel Miami Beach property. Also, I would like to inquire if you have any agent rates available for the dates mentioned above at your specific property. I tend to work with a lot of groups and would love to use this location as a primary for my future groups. I look forward to hearing from you soon and have a great day. Remind you, as I said, very mediocre, but guess what? In the midst of that, I complimented them. I advised of, oh my gosh, I finally see the scribble. I don't know who did it, but that's really funny that happened right here. But so in regards to that, I gave them a compliment. I then said I wanted to perform a site inspection, but then I also said, well, you know what? Let me inquire about an agent rate since I'm in a little bit. And then afterward, I'm telling them how I would love to use this as a primary a primary hotel for my future groups. And then I said, thank you. Have a blessed day. I promise you, I have never been denied an agent rate. And I have been writing emails since 2016. So there is something about an email, and you don't have to even include all of this, but just remember, you want a tit for a tat. You don't want to not offer something to them. I mean, if you're going to be offered to stay at their property, at least say, I'm willing to look at a site inspection, or at least say that, I work with groups. I would love to check out your property. I've never stayed at your property before. Start putting in information that will give you some type of validity of yourself, whether or not it be to experience it or to just share it with your family and friends or share it with your clients. But as you can see, compliment, request maybe a site inspection. I always put site inspections in my thing because I want them to know I do want to at least see your property. But also, let me ask, I want an agent rate too. So this is just my, example of something I've done in the past. All right. Residual income is real. Okay. If you've been in this business long enough now, trust me, you know it's real. And if you work your business, you will definitely know it's real. But if you're only doing Planet Marketing, if you're only doing IntelliTravel, it may not be too real. Okay. You are earning income. Yes, you are. You are definitely earning income from your bookings. But is it residual? No, it's not. It's going to come to you. You book it. You're going to get a residual check. You're going to get a regular, commission check from it. So with Planet Marketing, what we have over here is the opportunity to earn the residual income side of the business. That's where we're able to continuously build those legacies. We're able to share with our family and friends, and the company is compensating us. But more importantly, we're putting ourselves in position to be paid on the efforts of something that we only done one time. Okay. And when you become open-minded or put yourself in a parachute mindset to understand that residual income is game-changing, it can change your life. The situations you want to be out of, you can put yourself in position with putting something that can get you income residually. We do not want to work the 40-40 plan. I know once I learned that, I realized I X'd that out early on. I don't want to work the 40-40 plan because I know what residual income is. So I just want to show a general chart of just the income itself. Regular income that's generated in return for a daily activity. The income grows linear. Income stops if you become disabled. Victim of income chasing. Oh, that's a good one right there. Because truly, you are a victim of income chasing because you have to work in order to literally get it. The person is financially dependent on a job. Not enough time to enjoy the income. That's a really, really, really big important one. If work stops, the income stops. An example is our salary. So yes, I work a full-time job, ladies and gentlemen. So I do know the linear route as well. But then I learned about the other route. I don't even call it the alternative route. This is my secondary route, which is residual income, which is income that's generated without needing to spend time in return. It's income that grows exponentially. Income can continue indefinitely. Master of wealth creation. True financial independence. Time's freedom is yours to enjoy. Income continues to be created. Example will be real estate or stock market investment, and also put a slash of network marketing, because that is truly an industry that is creating wealth and creating millionaires from network marketing. So truly look at this chart and just go over it one day and really say, honestly, when I read regular income, I got bored. But when I read residual income, oh, that gave me life. That literally put me in position to say, I want to have income indefinitely, like thinking about Buzz Lightyear, through infinity and beyond. That's how we want our income, through infinity and beyond. So yes, definitely. I'm going to have to put that chart in my office so that I can look at that as daily motivation. All right. Why wait when you can learn and earn? That's all we do. We learn and we earn, ladies and gentlemen. And that's all I want you all to understand. Don't Put yourself in position where you're going to wait until you know it all. As you can see, E equals MC squared. Albert Einstein worked on that a long time, okay? And all he did was put some letters together and put the little 2 at the top. But just remember the efforts that went into it. I mean, he still didn't give up. He still worked it. He still put effort inside of it. We are in a business where we learn and earn, meaning, guess what? I might not know how to book that trip for you yet, but I have a friend who does. I have business partners that do. I have an industry so available to me that I could pick up the phone. I could call Carnival right now. Carnival is open 24 hours, except for the groups department. But they're open 24 hours. Why are you not taking advantage of things like that? I've gotten on the phone many a times with Miss Teresa, late phone calls, just so that she can get her questions answered and understand why we ask them the things we ask, or why we learn the things we want to learn. Miss Tijuana Clemens recently, she contacted me and was sharing some things about Carnival I never even knew. So we're always learning, but we also can earn. So don't forget about that part. Don't say I got to know how to book a full vacation package before I can earn some money. No, you're going to call somebody, you're going to get some assistance, you're going to earn that money, and then you're going to sit back and say, okay, so I did that in less than 10 minutes. Now I really need to know, how did I do that? Take the time to learn it now, but do not stop yourself from earning income. And especially in the process of an opportunity such as travel, that you've been doing it for years. You already have been on all these major carrier websites. I saw a post today says, please state all the websites that offers payment plans. Everybody, Book It, Air Affordable, United Vacations. And I went under those comments and I said, wow, it's amazing how we are advertising all of these companies when you could put yourself in position to book your own vacations and earn your own income from it. Doesn't that sound a little bit sweeter? And you'll be surprised. People still don't see it. And it's basically, you just gave all these companies free advertisement. You just helped all these people by referral marketing. And guess what? You still refuse to pay yourself. So as I stated, learn and earn. Do not stop your coins. It's definitely there to be made. Oh, buddy, hold on. Let me go to the next one. Okay. All right. Customers do seek to become agents. Don't be afraid to offer them this business. Keep calm and get your upsell on. Okay, I said that specifically because that's what I call it. When I'm getting them on board, I'm upselling you. You're getting the best prize it is. You're getting the best package there is, meaning that you're coming aboard so that you can be an agent and earn your own commissions. So when I say this, I want you all, don't be afraid. On my vacation request form, my question before it even gets to the end, it states, are you interested in learning how to save money and make money from traveling? Yes. Okay. So that means that when I contact them to start talking with them about their trip, I'm going to say before anything, hey, I noticed on my vacation request form that you stated that you're interested in learning more about earning income from your vacations. I would like to share some information with you. Is this a good time? I got something to talk about because remember, I didn't click yes. You clicked yes. So now I need to offer you this business first before I even book this trip. Because really, I don't feel like booking it right now. But in most cases, people look at it, they see it. And if they say they don't want it, I say, okay, no problem. I'll go ahead and start working on your request. What did you lose? Yes, no, maybe so. You really had the opportunity. You just basically upsell them. And what I love about it is this. You didn't even have to really do it because a person who basically, if I'm telling you I can show you how to book your own trip and you're going to earn a check from it, without a doubt, I don't have to explain that. They're going to say, sign me up. And in most cases, I have turned a lot of my customers into clients. I've had more, sometimes some come to me more as a client 2 to 3 different times and then say, look, girl, I need to get in this. And the 4th time they became an agent. So do not get discouraged. Ask them every time. And you want to know why? Because you're still leaving money on the table and I can show you how to make money and keep it in your pocket. So we're going to go to the next thing. So keep calm and get your upsell on. Remove the word scam from your vocabulary and educate your friends who uses it while you're sharing the opportunity. as you can see, I use like a little man. He's trying to hold on to his money, but the little internet demon is trying to take the money back. But we all know we live in a society now that the internet is pretty much, I mean, it's accessibility. That's how I've met a lot of you all amazing individuals. I mean, we have seen each other more on Zooms than we've seen each other in person. But we still had to position ourselves to make an investment and entrust ourselves with an individual that we have never met. So when it comes down to this opportunity, please remove that word scam, because I saw something today where IntelliTravel has now been nominated as Norwegian's top. Oh my gosh, I don't want to mess it up. So if somebody remember what it said, type it in the chat. But I posted it on my travel business page because I need to let people know we are reputable. Like, we got Mr. Ferrara on the board discussing on the board of CLIA, discussing and interviewing top people. We have the individual from American Express, the president, VP of American Express, speaking at our events. We have legitimate partnerships with every major carrier, winning awards. Sweetheart, that's all I have to say. We are partnered with every major vendor, ladies and gentlemen. Use that power. I'm so sorry. I can't scam anyone when I'm working with Disney. I can't scam anyone when I work with Walt Disney or whoever the other vendors are. You know, we got so many. But remember, their reputation is everything. Do you think they would jeopardize their reputation for a company that doesn't have any type of legitimacy? I doubt it. So I want you all to start educating them. Let those family and friends know. I'm so sorry. You may have just never heard of my opportunity, but what I'm involved in, I'm not in the business of scamming. I'm in the business of educating. Now, if you would like the opportunity for me to share with you some of my top vendors I work with, I'll be more than willing to do so. But if not, have a great day. You don't have to go through no, please listen to me. Oh my God, my company, we do this. No, we not selling that. We sell opportunities, okay? We are educating you so that you can understand that we're going to put you in a wealth vehicle. And if you are still hypocritical about being in a wealth vehicle, that's your problem. But what we're going to do over here is educate you properly so when you say scam, you definitely won't think of it when you think of Kyra Harris. Or you definitely won't think of it when you hear Miss Kathy Simpson or anybody of credibility who take pride in their business. So that's why I say keep your business and be proud of your business and correct the naysayers. Posture is key. Okay, I use a little cute little flexible lady. Posture is everything. When I talk about this business, people probably get on my nerves. They probably say, Kyra, get on my nerves. All she talk about is travel. Oh my God, she always somewhere. She in Cuba. This week she gonna be here. Guess what? My posture speaks it all. I'm proud of my business. I'm proud of the things I've learned. I'm proud of understanding what is real wealth. I'm proud that I invested myself in my business. I'm proud that I took $200 and said, you know what? I would have never thought that this would be the vehicle that would have me making more income than I make on my job. Do you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? That is when I knew I was doing something right. I love my job. But I also understand that thing can go at any given time. What's going to hold me down? What's going to make sure I got income coming in my house? When I learned about residual income, I felt like that was a little bit something hard I should work for. I don't want to work for the insurance policy no more. I don't want to work for the retirement. I want to retire myself, have extra money coming in, and then in return from that, I got a residual income that I'm storing additional money to another retirement account that's going to make sure I'm taken care of. So y'all need to straighten up your back, stand up tight, put your chin up, wear posture with your business. You know the people who have posture amongst them because they walk it and they talk it. Miss Sabrina Wilson, I met this lovely lady online. This woman has been to Jamaica 3+ times. She has went to Greece. I love looking at her pictures. I love hearing her embrace and share her story. People still could say, girl, that's a scam. And they see her traveling everywhere. But you know what? She believes in her product. So that's why she walks that posture that she has, because her product is allowing her to travel more than she's ever traveled in her life. Okay, Miss Kathy Simpson, this lovely lady. Oh my gosh, she's always somewhere, right? She has family friends that are pilots, so she gets the good flights. But in return of that, she gets fam opportunities. She gets to share her business with her family and friends. She's excited when she's telling people about this opportunity, and she's been in this industry over 20 plus years. What does that tell you? She knows network marketing works, but see, now she got a vehicle that she said, I don't have to sell it. That's the difference. So I want to start seeing y'all posture. Put those shoulders up high. Tell people, look, I got a business. You need to get in my travel business. You always traveling the world. Let me show you how to make some money. And I promise you, when you hold that type of posture, people without a doubt are going to partner with you. So Be Relentless is on a mission, y'all. 2019, we get one. We help them get one. It's the easiest way to do it. Share, plug in, and allow the team to help you grow. Okay, this is the only little picture I could find that had get one, but I was like, shout out to all my people in Alabama, and I was like, I'm gonna just use it. But overall, I want y'all to understand, get one, help them get one. Easiest way to do this business. All we want to do is share. We want to plug you in our systems and our tools. We want to show you how to help your team grow. Even if it's one person, that's your team. That's the person that believed in you to start their business. So I want you all to be a little bit more passionate about your own business so that it will in return work for you. So yeah, that's the end of my presentation. I hope y'all enjoyed that, because I enjoyed sharing it. I really did. I felt all the passion. So let me look through the comments and just see if we have any questions before we end tonight. I don't want to keep, oh yeah, Ronald McDonald. But yeah, basically, that's all I wanted to do tonight, was just share with y'all some tips, things that sometimes we're going to be in this industry for years before we learn. Things we have never thought that we could know or knew anything about. And the fact that we're open-minded and we basically said that we want to take a chance and bet on us, in return, we're reaping the benefits. So I want you all to reap the benefits. Nobody's making money on nobody. Nobody is messing over anybody. We help you. We help you position you to make money. We help you to position you to build a team. We want to keep showing this to you so that you can create every wealth vehicle possible, so that you can be able to be the financial freedom that you seek for you, yourself, your family, and whoever else. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to end it tonight. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord, I was going in. So yeah, I'm just looking through the comments, see if we see anything. Do we have any questions? Okay. Any questions? I'll share my form in the group. Okay. I'll share that in the group. And yeah, sounds like everything is done. So on that note, I love you all. Team Relentless all the way. 2019 is our takeover mission. Get one, help them get one. Okay, simple. Add up one and add up another one. And guess what? We're going to continuously grow. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I want you to have a blessed night.